Okay, so I was trying to go live on YouTube, but I'm not given that option, so I'm not going to do that. But I am recording the video via YouTube, so yeah. Anyway, uh, I did something different today. I uh, did a live video on Facebook, but I actually did it in a group that my husband and I have where I can be a lot more open and blunt as opposed to my actual um, page where I tend to stay a little more PG. Um, But I realized I haven't done a video in a couple of days, and I was going to use the excuse on, oh, we did a live video on Wednesday that was like 2 hours long, but that's no excuse. We have gotten away from the time limits on how long we do our videos and everything, and it would be unfair of me to say that I didn't do a video for the last 2 days because we did a 2 hour video 2 days ago. So here I am doing my video. Um, I find that I am very annoyed and bothered at the moment. Um, Hopefully, I don't appear that way. I am learning to control my emotions better. Um, if we're being honest, and I honestly, I kind of hesitate to go into detail because I never know who's watching, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or say anything and it comes off wrong or anything like that. But um, I have just recently noticed something about myself. Um, and again, I don't want to go into detail right now. I will soon, but I can't right now, at least publicly. And I'm probably being overly cautious, but it's okay. Basically, my son's girlfriend is here visiting for 2 weeks. And I I got very it was, for me at least, it was very short notice. Apparently him and Patrick had been in cahoots for a while about it and stuff. But I was told 2 days prior. So I was told Tuesday, and she came today. And I was a bit frustrated, honestly, because I don't think anyone actually considers what I have to do and the things that happen in the background to prepare for that kind of thing. So it was a bit frustrating, but we worked it out. My husband helped me get the things that I needed and everything, and it's a work in progress, but we're working it out, so it's fine. But just about the whole situation, I am learning things about myself, sensations and feelings and things that I never had before, and I never thought that I would have or have to deal with. I thought maybe if that were going to happen, if I were going to have certain feelings, that those would be gone. I mean, those would have come years ago. But I guess I am a late bloomer. um, and it's been quite interesting and hard to deal with, honestly, dealing with these new things that I'm experiencing and labeling them and recognizing what they are and trying to find solutions and everything to help it. I realize that the way that I feel cannot be changed. It's just how I feel. um, but I'm just trying to deal with it better. These feelings I'm having, I'm not going to go into detail about them right now. I will say that they are mommy feelings that I didn't think I would have to deal with. And if I were going to deal with them again, I thought that maybe in his teenage years or so, but they're here. They're here, they're happening, and it's odd and I don't like it, but I'm trying to deal with it the best that I can and have a positive attitude um, about it all. So this will definitely prove to be an interesting time from my perspective. And I'm just going to do my best to stay positive and, work through it the best that I can. Maybe at the end of the visit or so, maybe I will come back and do a more detailed video. Maybe I won't. But I do know for a fact that future Asia will know exactly what I'm talking about. And probably for the few people, very few people that I'm close with, they probably will know exactly what I'm talking about. So that is interesting for me. But other than dealing with that, I didn't have a bad day. I didn't have a good day. I had an interesting and decent day. I got up this morning right before my husband left, saw him off to work, only to discover that I didn't have much to do today because I did all my cleaning late last night. Ooh, hiccups. Excuse me. So I kind of looked around on Netflix to see if I wanted to watch something. When I didn't really find much there, I decided that I was going to take a nap. Ended up talking to my sister for a little while, um, and talked to my husband after he got fussed at by my niece. Good job, by the way, if you're watching. Very good job. No, then I decided I was going to take a nap. And my husband called me like right as I was falling asleep, actually. And he's like, hey, I don't know if you're in the group right now, but two people that were in a group were doing a live video. And he's like, you should go watch it. So I went to look, but by the time I went, it was like ending. He's like, you should do a live video. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Anyone who knows me knows that I don't like to be center of attention for anything. I just kind of like to keep it moving. If I get attention, that's fine, but I don't like to like, hey, look at me, I'm here, everybody, look at Asia. I'm not that kind of person. I kind of like to stay in the shadows. I tend to get noticed a lot, but not by choice. I try not to do anything that's going to bring a lot of attention to myself. So for me, going live, and I've gone live before with my husband, like we did it on YouTube. A couple of days ago. But for me to go live by myself in a place where I know people are going to watch was very challenging for me, actually. But I did it, and I found that I ended up doing it for like an hour and 40 minutes, which is a long time. But I don't know, like the people who were there, like I ended up really enjoying just being able to be open and talking, answering questions and everything. We talked about things that that would probably usually be frowned upon, say like my regular Facebook page, or just online in general. It wasn't very PC, but it was nice. It was refreshing to kind of distract myself from what I'm currently dealing with right now. But I've found that I benefit from having a distraction, and not being reminded of what I'm dealing with, because again, it's something that I don't think will go away. It's just something that's there, uh, but I need to learn how to deal with it and control it. Because I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to have bad thoughts or anything like that. So I find that distracting myself definitely helps with it. And doing the video for like an hour and 40 minutes was definitely very helpful. But it's unrealistic to say that every day, all day, I'm just going to be on camera doing live videos, obviously. So I just need to find some way to keep myself distracted, keep myself involved in something. Maybe that's playing more games. I was talking to my husband earlier. I think I will start playing more games, probably more so in the room, honestly. But I do have some games for the PS4 that I have played, but I just haven't been playing many games lately. Like the only game I really tend to play is the wrestling game. But there are other games, there are other games that would keep my attention. There's a game that I want to try, or not try, but continue to play. That's called Until Dawn, which is supposed to be like a thriller type game, but it's like a choice game where every choice you make affects what happens next, kind of thing. So that's pretty interesting and fun. And then I have No Man's Sky. I can go exploring. That would be really nice, especially under the influence, which hopefully will be a thing again soon. Uh, yeah, I have a few games over there that I can play. I think there's like Saints Row over there, The Last of Us. There's a few games over there that I can definitely get into and play again that'll keep me distracted. I also find it's very nice what I did yesterday while right before I did all my cleaning and stuff. I was really stressed out, and I was told to have a goodie and go and play the wrestling game. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to clean or whatever and get it done. But I popped in a goodie and I played the game, and I listened to Pandora for a couple of hours. It was actually really nice. And I think that that's something that would be really helpful for me. So I'm excited to do that, to just pop in my headphones, probably like when my husband's at work mostly, because when he's here, I'm all over him. But to pop in my headphones and play a game and just isolate myself from the world, just be in my music and in my game. And I find that that's really helpful, especially when under the influence. It really helps a lot. And I find that being under the influence puts me in a good mood. But I do want to admit that a part of me, I'm not afraid that I'm relying on it too much, because there is no such thing as being addicted to marijuana or edibles. But I don't want to rely on it in the sense where it's like, because nothing else is going on in my life, I feel like I need that to be happy. I have my husband, I have my family who I talk to on the phone or who I text with, but everyone's far away. And I don't have friends, I don't have someone here all day or somewhere I can go. So I tend to just be by myself. And when I have edibles, I feel happy and in a good mood, obviously, because it's altering my state of mind and making me feel relaxed, both mentally and physically. And it's really nice. And, I could do it every day, all day, and it would be completely fine health wise. But I'm not the kind of person who wants to be high all the time, having a tiny bit to make me feel better is nice. And I enjoy doing that. But for the next couple of weeks, I don't want to have to rely on that for my happiness. And I think that's just something that I'm going to have to deal with and figure out, a good pattern or just routine, I guess, on how I'm going to do this, my happiness and our current situation, just everything all together. So this is going to prove to be very, it is proving to be quite interesting. And it will be interesting, but I'll get through it, I'll deal with it. And I definitely want to be okay, and I want everything to be good. So I'll make sure that happens. It's just making sure that I'm okay in the process. So yeah, I'm gonna go and finish dinner. My husband should be home any minute now, which is exciting. And I'm just gonna relax tonight, So that is all for today. I will check in tomorrow.